after a break of 6 weeks, league competition returns once more to Central Park. The last 6 weeks have not been the most fortunate part of the season for us, having lost to Hull and having lost to Bradford, and the least said about the Australian game, the better. We're now in the situation at this part of the season where the newly promoted clubs, Oldham and Featherstone, are riding high in the top four, and Wigan and St Helens languishing at the foot of the table. However, today might see the revival of Wigan when they take off Oldham in what could be an exciting, tense, and we hope a spectacular struggle. The Wigan side for today, while still not at full strength, is looking considerably healthier than it has for some time. The tourists, they took the tourists on last week, are back in the side. We also have Joe Lydon in the centre after his leg trouble, and Dean Bell after that frightful wound in his mouth is also back in the side. Platt, after his bad injury, is surely going to add strength to the Wigan pack, and I've no doubt that he will be fighting desperately to regain his place in the Great Britain side. For Oldham, we have some former Wigan players in Richard Russell and Mick Ford, and from ex-Warrington, Ronnie Duane. So we should be all set for a stern, interesting and exciting game. And out there in the centre of the field must be one very happy young lady, Miss Joanne Millett. Very proudly she walked out onto Central Park with the King himself, with Ellery Hanley, and this must be a great moment for her as she meets both the captains and the officials in the centre of the field. A great day for Joanne Millett. And here we go, with Oldham kicking off, having to play into a blinding sun. I know it's November, but this sun is extremely bright and it is rather low, being November. Wigan now trying to fight the way up to the 25 line. 3 forwards having to go in as Wigan now try to get out of the danger zone, bringing the ball out of their own 25. And that's powerful running by the Wigan pack. 2 tackles have brought them well out of the 25. Little dummy round the blind side, and Wigan forwards crashing in, can't take the pass, it's going to be a knock-on. Referee will bring them back. Nearly right in the opening seconds there. Wigan breaking down the narrow side of the field. Scarrett had come in very hard to set it up. Lucas also joining in, and so we come to the first scrum. It will be Ford to put the ball in. Referee, of course, standing on the narrow side, the popular side of the field. Wigan lying very flat. The ball goes in, packs all over the place, and it's coming out the Wigan side. Gregory couldn't get hold of it, and the Oldham pack broke very quickly and dropped on the loose ball. Gregory's legs got tangled with the back 3 players, and so it's an early penalty to Wigan. Joe Lydon going over from this side of the field, and Hanley giving the ball a good wipe to make sure it doesn't slew off the side of his foot as he kicks down the popular side of the field, and that's a high long ball. Touch judge marking it 10 yards outside the 25, and Wigan going in hard. Forwards tearing over the 25. Ball's gone loose. Wigan drop on it, regain possession. Didn't see the referee's signal to whether it's another 6 as Wigan moving across the field. Platt going charging in, looking fit and strong there. Dermot coming over, having awkward from behind the play the ball onto Hanley. Hanley handing them off, being dragged over to the touchline, managed to stay just in play. Goes inside onto Lucas. Lucas puts his shoulder in, trying to take, still dragging them with him as Cogger hangs on to him, and Cogger jumps on his back, doesn't get anywhere. Quick play the ball, not a good pass as it comes to Gregory. Gregory dummying, they're quickly in the Wigan line. Gregory still fighting his way forward, and Oldham are very quickly into the Wigan line. Referee signals that 5 tackles have gone. Wigan spectators loving that bit of excitement there as we get to run around. The long passes, a big overlap. Dummy given, can Wigan turn it inside? Didn't Grubber kick for the line, and he's kicked over the dead ball line. Well, that's caused panic in the Oldham ranks, and listen to that Wigan crowd. They're loving seeing the team coming back into form. and that was tremendous pressure they applied to Oldham, and Oldham were very fortunate there that the line managed to stay intact, that they held out. Wigan moving the ball well, left-footed. Hampson making a break, lovely run by him, his feet are taken from under him, good clean tackle, hard to get away from those. Now Wigan striding in again over the 25 line, Dean Bell coming in hard. Wigan have got Hanley lying well up in the 5-yard area, and they miss him out in the move as Wigan move it across. Lucky not to be penalised for obstruction there as Edwards comes over to act in half-back. Wigan forwards very close together as they go around the narrow side. Andy Platt taking them on, doing a lot of work in these early stages. Martin Dermott waiting for the play of the ball. Lucas decides he's going to use his weight. 5 tackles gone, says the referee, as Dermott moves it on to Gregory, to Edwards. Edwards, a little grubber kick, it's being chased, who's going to be first? And it rolls over the dead ball line, so we're back to the 22. Oldham up quickly, ready to take this. That's good, sensible, tactical football. They were very quick in there from that 22 drop out. Wigan not quite alive to it, not coming back quite fast enough as Oldham were quickly away. Now sounding the Wigan pack out, keeping it tight, settling the game down. And Wigan penalised for offside. Taken quickly. It's over the halfway line. Not gaining a lot of ground. Hooker Richard Russell used to be standoff for Wigan, attacked in half-back, doing the run around. Wigan have moved up quickly. Lucas just manages to knock him down as Cogger comes up to behind the play of the ball. There's a nice little overhead kick, and it's a good one, and it finds touch just 10 yards short. I see Ray French has been suggesting that when you put in a good kick like that, that you should have the put in at the scrum, because it's now Wigan's put in, and although Oldham have gained a lot of ground there, they'll probably lose possession to Wigan now as Andy Gregory comes over to feed the scrum. Coming out to Wigan, to Myers, who's come in from the touchline. Hanley behind the play of the ball. A bit of an awkward one, was a kick through as Hanley runs cross field, not gaining any ground, being difficult to put down, but not a lot of territorial advantage. Wigan in their own 25, Betts turning inside, and Oldham are on him very, very quickly, moving in very smartly. It's the correct way to play when you haven't got the ball. They're lying up very flat and coming in hard. And Wigan having to battle the way out, bludgeoning the way out of their own 25. Look, lined up for the kick, but the ball's gone astray. Lydon having to pick it up. A good run by Lydon, lobs it out onto Myers. Myers coming hard down this wing, cutting inside. Good run by Myers, turns it inside, and Hanley did well to hang on to that one. Into trouble at the play of the ball as Dermott slings the ball back. Lydon belts a long one into the 25. Platt should have plenty of time to pick it up. There are a lot of cherry and white jerseys up there, and he's easily buried on his own 25 line. Oldham a bit slow going back. Francis on the wing having to take it away from the acting half-back position. Goes down in the second tattle. Little good run from the dummy half. Gains a good 10 yards of ground. Oldham now stretching Wigan, but the ball's turned back inside by Round. He goes back into trouble. There comes the kick behind the defence. Preston having to come in field for it. He has Hampson standing a long way away from him, and he's easily put down on his own 25. No drive there from Mark Preston. Hampson now from behind the play of the ball just hands it on. Wigan moving it onto Myers. Myers fights his way forward a couple of yards. Dermott turning it inside. That's a good run. He was taking them on then. Good run by Skerritt. Edwards behind Hanley, onto Betts. Betts trying to go down the middle, there's no way, and he's unceremoniously picked up and dumped down. Wigan now, Gregory puts the kick in behind the defence. This should be covered. by Platt. There's plenty of time. Picks it up cleanly. Running it out. Faced by Myers. Myers takes him low and cleanly, and down he goes. Skerritt was up there as well. Wingman trying to come through. Lord trying to make a bust there. Russell from behind the play the ball. A long one. Ford moving it across field. And there's a break on, a lovely break by the right centre, goes tearing down the field, and Wigan are in a lot of trouble as the support there. Coming up to the full-back, and Hanson takes him in, he managed to get his pass in, and Oldham are in. First blood to Oldham. Well, that was a great move by Oldham. They looked in a lot of trouble there. And they switched the ball out very wide to the right. And Martin coming through beautifully, came up to Hampson, and just as it looked as if he was going to be buried, it was a good tackle by Hampson. He took him well, very intelligently. He flicked the ball up to give Oldham a lead of 4 points to 0 after 8 minutes. A good try to Oldham. Unfortunate start for Wigan and a good one for Oldham. They swept down the field very well, down the Oldham right wing, and the Wigan defence was found lacking, and it's converted. Making it now Wigan 0, Oldham 6, and the touch judge being on the field had a little word with the referee, who's going to read the riot act. Something must have happened as that move was going on, not enough to affect the scoring. Quite a stern lecture, but Oldham, that should put a great life into Oldham, having taken the lead. Joe Lydon. Deep one, right up. Taken by the wingman, taken by Lord. Lord cutting inside. Oh, and there was a high swing. The referee's right on top of the tackling. I mean, nothing nasty so far. It's hard and tough, and that's what you expect between these two teams. Oldham having sunk Wigan's hopes in the cup a short while ago, nicely turned back inside, but Wigan had spotted it well, stultified the move. Wigan moving in quickly, but the tackle missed, and eventually Gregory comes in, puts his man down in the fifth tackle, getting lined up ready for the kick. A left-footed one. Sits up for Hampson on his own 25. Has Preston outside, and he's bounced down and buried. That was a good smothering tackle. Left Hampson with no choice at all. Preston running cross-field, laterally, gaining no ground. After a bright start, Wigan have cooled down a bit, and here the break comes for Wigan. Can they get up with him? And Skerritt came tearing through up to the halfway line. Edwards having to hesitate to take a long one to Gregory. Shown there's a big gap if he can keep it moving. There's an overlap down the as Wigan go turning, turn it inside, going for the line, flicked inside, ball through, and Wigan must score. Well, that was great into passing by Wigan. They kept that ball moving. There was a tremendous run down this right wing by Skerritt. He drove the ball hard down to the 25 line, and the Wigan player hurt in that movement as the ball was whipped out to the wing. A strong run by Bell. Bell went tearing through, well backed up on the inside, and so after 10 minutes Wigan get the first try on the board. And Joe Lydon, 10 yards in from the touchline, down to the cop. Chance here for him to level the score. Slaps it and over it goes. That's it. Scores level. Wigan playing some lovely football when they have the ball in their hands. That's an awkward rolling ball for Betts. Over his 25, sticks it up his jumper, gains his 10 yards. Lucas from acting half-back. Lucas just crabbing across the field. Dermot now. Greggy trying to get it out wide. Oldham coming in quickly, trying to hold Wigan down. Edwards timed this pass nicely. One wonders how long Oldham can stand this pressure of women coming so hard. And Wigan looking very big and very strong as they're taking on the Oldham team. A long one back to Joe Lydon. He saw Zips going straight to the full-back, an easy one for him. Then at the last minute it bobbles about a little bit, but the 6 Wigan cherry and white jerseys up there, and he's pounced down. Lord coming in from the wing, trying to dance through from the half-back, and once again Lucas is doing a lot of work round the play of the ball with Platt. Ford moving it across out to the right, onto Newton. Wigan hanging on to him. He has to go down. Oldham coming forward determinedly. Long pass from Wigan to right in the line out. It's not quite intercepted. Knocked on. Joe Lydon couldn't take it cleanly. It was right in their line out. Knocked out, but that would probably be another 6 play the balls for Oldham. Joe Lydon couldn't take it cleanly. Mick Ford to put it in. And it goes. And a penalty against Wigan for feet up. There's no way that ball was going in. So it's a penalty to Oldham, just on their own 25. Left-footed, that's a good kick, good long kick. Marked just inside the Wigan half. As Russell comes up to take it, Ford hands it on, onto his prop, onto Furbank. Furbank goes down. Russell again to Round. Round manages to fling the ball back onto Platt. Platt trying to force his way, and an offence in the tackle. Referee was right on top of them. Straight kick this, if you can. A little bit of a consultation. Council of War, are they going to go for touch or goal and decide? Platt will go for touch, and it's a good kick. Takes it inside the Wigan 25. Wigan back on the defence. Oldham now in a good attacking position, if they can capitalise on it. Tight in the forwards, trying to suck the Wigan defenders in, but they took him with consummate ease that time. No problem caused at all. Once again it's in the forwards, and they're only going across the field, but they're right in front of the post. Onto Ford, who's done a change of direction, a long wide pass out onto Martin, and this time he's well tackled. Russell taking it across field, trying to dummy his way through. Wigan don't buy it. 5 tackles gone, says the referee, as Ford comes up. The engineer moves it across. Drop goal tried, and it's there. They're not going away without a score. Well, they moved the way over to the centre of the field. They kept it tight in the forwards, and when they were set up right in the foot, I have a feeling it might have been Martin who dropped it from right in front of the post. So Oldham inside their own 25, a long way to go. Lord coming in to act in half-back, Russell rather. That's good running by Oldham, determined, coming in very strongly. Russell from behind the play of the ball, moving it across field, onto Ford. And there's a gap again in the Wigan defence. It moved up quickly and didn't take the man. And eventually it's stopped out, snuffed out on the halfway line, but gaps are appearing in the Wigan centre defences, and there's a nice little overhead kick. Bell coming across, there's a knock on, can't take it cleanly. Well, that was a nice kick by Clark. He's a little bit disgusted with himself that he couldn't regain possession, but it was a lovely overhead kick. Gregory feeds, Gregory gets it out to Edwards. Edwards out to Hampson, who's linked up. Hampson taken round the ankles. Has to dive with the ball. Edwards waiting for the play of the ball. Inside onto Bell. Bell coming strongly. Bell still going. Powerful running by Dean Bell. Now the forward decide they're going to have a go right up to the halfway line. Dermot coming over onto Gregory. Gregory holding it, going down the middle, gets it passing on to Lucas. Lucas did well to hang on to it. Lydon coming up into the attack to Gregory. Wigan attack moving now. Gregory makes a break. Pass has gone astray, been picked up by Betts. Betts going down the middle, trying to knock him off. Takes it up to the 25. Referee waving the tackles clean. Wigan back to 6 more tackles. And Martin Dermot comes up. Wigan with a gap down the far side as Bell turns it inside onto Preston. And Preston being pushed back in possession. Gregory screaming for what he wants to happen. But the ball's dead as Lucas goes charging forward. Gregory now, first man from the play of the ball. It's Gregory who gets it. Onto Edwards, back to Gregory. A long one. Ward did well to hang on to that. He lobs it inside and it's been intercepted and it's gone loose and Gregory has it. Gregory going for the line and we're back to Gregory going for the line. Sidestepping his way. Moves it across onto Platt. Platt's from the long one onto Bell. Bell out to Preston. And Preston tackle just short. Well, that was exciting stuff. Ball was all over the place. It was red hot and Wigan tried to crash the way over 2 yards out. To Gregory. Gregory moving it across field. Hanley going for the line. Still on his feet. Can't get rid of it. His arms are locked. The ball into the play the ball. It comes to Gregory. Gregory a long one. There's an overlap. He can get it out. Hampson going for the line. Up to Miley. Going for the corner. And he's in. 22 minutes gone. Wigan going for another try for Myers. Well, Wigan had hammered that ball. The ball had bounced about all over the place. Hampson getting into the line out extremely well there, joined in, and just when it looked as if he'd no chance at all, managed to whip it out to Myers. And Myers went over with strength and determination to make it now Wigan 10. Good try to Myers, but there've been some excellent play by all the backs and forwards alike, combining well, joining together, and the ball being moved about like grease lightning, and the handling is extremely good. Wigan now coming the way out of the 25. A lot of power in this Wigan pack this afternoon. Scarrett's playing well and Platt, in fact every forward's doing his stuff. Sucking the defenders in as they come in very hard. And the crowd not happy with what's going on at the play of the ball, and it's Wigan that is penalised. There is a bit of messing going on. The referee said he didn't like the way it was played, and so it's a penalty to Oldham. And Platt, Duncan Platt, the brother of Andy, will come up, and it looks as if he's going to have a go at it. 24 minutes gone in this half. The crowd on the popular side were very incensed that there was mauling going on at the play of the ball, and perhaps there was an exciting and interesting game flowing back and forth. There's a certain amount of bashing among the forwards, but it's a time when it's tactical and they're sucking in the defences, and then it's being moved out well by both sides. He hoists it high and true, and it's over. 25 minutes gone. Penalty goal to Platt. And we have a game on our hands, an entertaining game. Now then, what's Joe going to do? Raises his arm, belts it hard, just short of the try line, taken well by Lord. Lord coming out up to the 25, meets Myers. And Dermot, and has to go down. Acting halfback coming away well. A good run from acting halfback. Round brought that away beautifully. Russell moving it inside. Ford handing it on to Furbank. Furbank being held. Presenting no problem in that run. Russell again from behind the play of the ball. Very quick. Almost up to the halfway line. And Clark comes over. Clark getting them moving. Ball thrown back a little bit widely, but there's plenty of people there to pick it up. Duane recovering, goes down in the 5th tackle, looking for the kick, and here it comes, left-footed. Myers having to go back deep into his own 25, he's on his own. Hanson's a long way away from him. Yeah, Hanson's coming over. Don't know whether they thought this was happening, and Hanson's knocked on from behind to play the ball. Well, that's a bit of a clang. In the Great Britain team, the man who was taking the ball always seemed to have someone on the side and set him off with a long pass, but that didn't happen, and Wigan would probably lose possession as Ford feeds the scrum, and once again Wigan are penalised for feet up. Indirect penalty, can't have a do-it goal. And Ford gets it into touch, 7 or 8 yards out from the Wigan line. Russell coming up. Does it done with Furbank, gets it out to Round. Round being pushed over to the corner flag, but he manages to stay in play. Russell moving it inside, a long one to Clark, and that was nearly intercepted, but it's let Round through. Wigan had the job smothering him. Wigan coming in for the interceptor, leaving a big gap. Now they're trying to crash their way over from 5 yards out, right underneath the Wigan post. Will we get another drop goal here? Moved out to Ford. Ford turning it back inside. Onto Newton, and Newton can't get his way over a Oldham player. Flat out on the floor. Moving on to Ford. Ford puts a grubber kick through. Myers is there to belt it dead. So it's a drop out from under the post. Bit of pressure there from Oldham. Oldham trainer on, but it's nothing serious. And the Wigan trainer coming on. Wigan prepare to drop out from underneath the posts. One never knows when Keith Mills comes on, whether it's an injury, whether it's a little tactical talk, and that's a high one up to the halfway line. Taken well by the fullback, by Platt. Hanley going across, buries him. Anderson from behind to play the ball, and Hanley has him again. Now Russell coming over. Russell onto Ford. Ford a short one. Get him killed. That's a real infirmary pass. And Wigan driving back a good 10 yards. That was a dreadful pass. Russell on the run from behind to play the ball, holding it, knocks one off, and that's strong running by Russell. Gets it out to Anderson. Anderson taken by Lyman. Platt hanging and keeping it moving, and Hanley's in. And 3 Wigan players eager and keen for the fray there. Coggle waiting from behind to play the ball. Lobs it out to the left, Clark. Kick's been charged down, and that's bravely taken as they were charging through. That was well taken by Double. Wigan now moving it out wide out the left wing onto Bell. Bell coming inside, turning and twisting. Bell still going, runs into the cover as he comes back to meet him as they go out to that far wing. Martin Dermott looking a bit shaken after he took that ball, and he took it so well. Now we're getting the bread and butter stuff, the graft from the forwards. It comes out to Gregory, and a penalty to Wigan for offside at the play of the ball. And an ironic cheer goes up from the Wigan spectators. Hanley, captain in this game, shouting for the ball, not letting anybody do anything without his imprimatur. Joe Lydon to kick for touch. Belts that high enough, got snow on it. Halfway between the halfway line and the 25. Martin Dermott coming up to take it. Has Lucas with him. And it's Lucas who takes it. Lucas stuffs it up his jumper, runs at the defenders. Dermott doing a dummy run with Betts. To Platt. Platt gets his pass in. We're going to throw on to Edwards. Edwards going for the line looking for support, and he's upended. Well, they were quick away there, and Edwards with that tremendous acceleration of his. Gregory now trying to get them moving again. Oldham moving into Wigan line, ball's gone loose. And it's Oldham who have it. A drop pass, a rare occurrence with Wigan. And now it's Oldham trying to bring it out of their own 25. Wigan trying to pin them down there, make sure they don't come away with it. Forwards doing the graft. Good strong tackle by Lucas. Went in very hard then onto Round. Ford moving it across field and Wigan moving up, and all they're doing is moving along the 25 line, and that's 5 tackles gone, and they've not got anywhere, and they're going to get caught in the 6th one. That's a rollover. Wigan with possession on the 25. Edwards up there, eager to get on with it. Onto Platt. Platt taking them on. Wigan going through from behind to play the ball. Crowd moaning, they're not happy about something, I think, as Gregory hesitates. Indecision in the Wigan side, and eventually Edward decided, well, somebody's got to do it, so I'll do it. Made his little dart forward. Gregory holding it. Wigan looking up to be caught for obstruction. They slipped the ball out. Gregory got rid of that nicely. How he shipped that out, no, we'll never know. Wigan hot on the attack now, and a penalty for holding on in the tattle. Kickable. This 32 minutes gone. Wigan 10, Oldham 9. Referee signals to the touch judges, and both Wigan substitutes are running onto the field, having a word with the other players. Well, Gregory slipped that pass out very nicely to set that danger up, and it caused panic, of course, in the Oldham defence, and they offended at the play of the ball, playing for time, holding it down, trying to get the defence ready again, and they've given Wigan the penalty, which should really not cause Joe Lydon a lot of trouble. Only 1 point in it. Just inside the 25. He stabs at it, oh, and that's going into St George's School, nowhere near the post. And not only that, it didn't go dead, so Oldham have possession inside their own 25, and Wigan feel that Wigan wasted a penalty. Not a lot of power put into that penalty kick, and that's good tackling, good driving tackling there. As Platt went in very well, and he's chasing across the field, and Platt's there again with Hanley. Hunting as a pack, these forwards. Thrown back to the full-back to Platt, puts in a long one. To Hampson on the halfway line. Hampson running it out, he doesn't run very far, as the defenders come up quickly, and down he has to go. Dean Bell looking strong and powerful, getting up to Hanley. Oh, nose of the trip. Referee's seen it, and I think he'll have him off. Hanley was going through, and the leg shot out. There was no doubt about that was an intended trip after a tremendous run by Dean Bell. He sided them wide open, and so there's no messing with that. That's a bad thing for Oldham, now reduced to 12 men after 35 minutes play. Well, that could be the turnaround in the game. This time he hits it hard and high and wide. Another one missed. Moans and groans from the crowd. So Wigan, with 5 minutes to go to half-time, still only got this 1 point lead. Well, Wigan attacking hard down the wing, but Myers is forced into touch. And Hanley is stretched out after Wigan missed the penalty. From the kick-off, Wigan's Hanley surged down the field to play up the 25. Ford puts it in, backs wheel. Gregory should have this, and he kicks it. And it's offside. The ball was loose. It was fly kicked, and then it was picked up, and Wigan have given away a penalty for offside. That ball came out very untidily from the scrum. It shot away from the scrum on the Wigan side, actually, although Ford had fed. Wigan got no advantage from it, and Russell now takes the tap onto Ford. Ford to Furbank. Furbank managed to get his pass in there very nicely, slipped that well, turns it inside, onto Cogger. Cogger going for the line, gets it out, and they're going to score. Well, that caught Wigan on the hop as Anderson goes over. Having had a player lost now with 37 minutes gone. Anderson gets a try to make it now Wigan 10, Oldham 13, and there was a lot of loose play there. The ball had come out of the pack very, very untidily. Wigan with the ball bouncing around, were given an offside, a penalty for offside against them, and Cogger, very alert, took it quickly, ran well, and Anderson finished off in fine determined style to make it now Wigan 10, Oldham 13, and that was a good try to Anderson and a none too difficult kick for Martin. He's in the shadow, he shouldn't be troubled by the sun, left-footed kicker, and it's a good kick. Hampson this time, long one. Oldham will now be feeling very confident as Platt comes in with Myers. Oldham playing with a lot of fire, a lot of determination. They've certainly not been overawed in this game, and although they've got a lead, they've a big task on with a man short. Ball's flung back for the kick. Trying to turn Wigan. Hampson having to go over to the other side of the field. Nearly makes a mess of it. And he does make a mess of it. Well, that's not like Hampson. He's so sure normally in his handling. That's 3 times in this half. He seemed to have had 4 feet instead of 2. Hanley having a word of consolation with him. Ball's in, Pax wheeling again. Out to Clark. Clark a long one onto Anderson. Anderson going back down the middle. Managed to get his pass back onto Clark. Clark dancing his way through. Wigan defence looking very fragile and frail at the moment as Oldham turn it on now in these last minutes. Round coming in and they don't put the man down. Wigan not taking the man. Oldham slipping the ball extremely well as it goes on to Newton. Newton running in. The forwards are not coming in hard enough to bury these men. They're letting them slip the ball. Russell coming up now. Throws a wide pass out to Lord on the wing. He puts a grubber kick in and he could reach it. And he only missed that. That was a fingertip dodge and Wigan weren't there. That was a very dodgy one from Wigan. The ball rolled over the dead ball line. Tap out from the 25 onto Hanley. Hanley taking them on, trying to come down the middle, and he's broken through. Followed from behind by Russell. Lying on in the tackle, the referee lets it go. And Wigan try to break from acting half-back. Comes on to Gregory. Gregory turns it inside onto Platt. Platt turning through, just taken from behind. Dermot again onto Gregory. Gregory holding it. Gregory's through, still dancing. Pass has been knocked down and Oldham have it. One feels that Wigan needs a little bit more steadiness in the ranks at the moment. Goes out to Francis. Francis trying to come through. On the halfway line, bit of temper from Francis. Not happy the way he'd been tackled. Cogger now trying to bring it over the halfway line. Oh, and there's trouble. Well, a bit of retaliation there, I feel. Wigan must keep the cool. They can't afford to get involved in fisticuffs. It's not going to win them the game. Bit of frustration going on. And a yellow card is being shown. Penalty. And now Wigan are down to 12 men as Dean Bell comes off. He struck off. Oldham now turning it on. A long one out onto Lord. Lord being chased. Myers has him easily. Referee over, touch judge. Wigan arguing with the touch judge and they're not watching the game and the penalty's been taken and touch found 5 yards from the Wigan line. Wigan are going to have to keep the cool here, or they could be throwing this game away. Goes on to Ford. Ford turns it back inside onto Russell. Managed to hang on to it. Referee rushing over to see there's no problem. Scrum down given, ball not taken clean, and there goes the hooter for half-time. With a half-time score, Wigan 10, Oldham 15. Well, in spite of a good performance in the first half, Wigan are now 15 points to 10 down, and tempers were starting to fray, and there could well be problems in the second half with Oldham a player short and Wigan starting a man missing, Dean Bell, in the sin bin. But if both teams provide the football that they've shown that they're capable of providing us with, we should have a great interesting game in the next 40 minutes. Against 12 then, start of this second half. Oldham first have the touch, Hanley going in as Oldham tried to clear the 25. The usual grafting play around the 25 line as Oldham tried to get themselves out of bother. Set up for the kick. Hampson having to retreat, picks it up cleanly this time. Wigan with the first touch of the ball in this half as Hampson knocking them off, knocks another off, knocks another off. Shows a lot of strength there as he brings it over the halfway line. Mark Preston waiting behind the play of the ball. Doing the run around with Betts. Preston with a break, and he's followed and taken from behind by Mick Ford. Dermot now with Gregory on his right, and it's Gregory who takes it. Long one out to Edwards. Edwards a quick one. Hanley dumbing his way through, but they're up on him before he can get any distance at all. Penalty for lying on in the tackle. Go Lydon having a little word, and Hanley having a word with the referee as Lydon decides to put it into touch, and in it goes, a few yards inside the 25. And very dark now as the sun sinks, and Wigan attacking down towards that end of the ground. Wigan working the moves here. Oldham read it well. Wigan snuffed out. Comes quickly out onto Gregory. Gregory a long one out to Preston. Did well to take that. Managed to turn it back inside. Onto Edwards. Edwards going crossfield onto Betts. And the Oldham defence holding firm at the moment. Wigan try to put a kick through and lose possession. Don't think that was a planned move. Oldham now back on their own try line. Wigan coming in quickly, holding them 5 yards out. And the acting half-back been allowed to run a long way. It didn't gain him an awful lot. He just went across the field. But, Wigan seem to have slackened off around the play of the ball. Now they're coming in hard. Two of them, the charger and the acting half-back behind him, both going in quickly. And that's the fifth tackle, says the referee, as the hurl back kick coming behind the Wigan defence. Myers going back for it on the halfway line. Hampson with him on the left, but Myers decides he's going to play them on his own, and he runs into an army of white jerseys, plays the ball to himself and gains a lot of ground. Not a good 10 yards gain. He was quick there, Myers. Dermot waiting for the play of the ball. Dermot having a dart from the play of the ball, puts an overhead kick. Who's going to get there first? and it's a 25. Dermot nearly pierced the defence. Oldham once again wanted to take it quickly, not waiting for the rest of the team to come up. Russell very quick from the end. They're having a job putting in. He throws out an atrocious pass out to Lord on the far wing, and they lost a lot of ground there. Well, that was slack play by Oldham. They're going back very slowly. One wonders if the pace of this game is going to take its toll. They're struggling at the moment in their own 25. In fact, all this second half so far has been in the Oldham 25. They just haven't been able to get anywhere at all. Betts at the moment playing left centre in place of Bell, who's been sin-binned. And the break's come in that centre position. Hanley covering back well. Did well to take round then. And the referee brings them back for a forward pass when Wigan looks as if they're in an awful lot of trouble. And as happened in the first half, Wigan started attacking and Oldham scored. And Wigan have been attacking now, and once again they made the break. This time they brought back for the forward pass. Gregory to put it in, coming round the Oldham side of the scrum, puts it in and gets it out to Edwards. Edwards doing the dummy. Edwards trying to make a break, can't get through, being taken by Clark, who's a good stand-off half. Betts has come over to act in half-back. Betts onto Platt. Platt coming hard, driving at them, gains his 10 yards of ground. Dermot from behind to play the ball, changes direction. Wigan turning and twisting, finding it difficult to get out of the grip of the defence. Gregory holding it, as if he's going to turn it inside, turns it. Wigan knocked the ball back, the ball's loose, and the referee's given the knock on. Crowd none too happy with that. And it will be Ford to feed the scrum. In it goes, comes out at the side. Ford picks it up at the side of the scrum. And a penalty against Wigan again. Wigan giving away several scrum penalties in this game. Five minutes gone, no score. As Martin sets it up on the ground, kicks at it. Oldham batting the way forward. Cogger doing a dummy run with it. Snoote takes it, moves it across onto Clark. Clark going down the middle, making the break. Edwards coming back to help to take him. On some untidy play. Some sloppy handling and the scrum given. Wigan got the ball out of the scrum. Wigan fed. Wigan got it out. Now taking it over the halfway line. Platt breaking through. He's going all the way with him. Can they get over? He turns it inside. And Wigan have lost possession. It's come back to Oldham. A bit unfortunate there, Wigan, but Oldham capitalising on it. Wigan striving desperately and without a lot of success at the moment as Cogger comes driving his way through. Russell, long pass out. Once again, Oldham just going crabwise across the field. Wigan in quickly. Good tackling that, taking the acting half-back. It's a tackle wasted for Oldham. There's a little overhead kick. Edwards is back, takes it beautifully. Good sweeping that by Edwards. Intelligent play, spotted it at the right time. Comes on to Gregory. Gregory's on his own, looking for support. Managed to flick it back inside. Onto Bell, who's back on, and Bell streaking down the field. He's broken right the way through. Looking for support, gets the ball out. There was hesitation that came up to Myers. Well, that was a tremendous run by Dean Bell as soon as he was back on the field. He cut them wide open. Last pass held a little bit. Edwards now going for the line, and he's upended. Dean Bell looking so sharp this afternoon. Wigan now driving to the line, 10 yards out, right underneath the post, 5 points behind. moving it out to Gregory. Gregory holding it. On to Betts, a short one. Snatched out of the air, and that's the 5th tackle. Gregory puts a little grubber kick through, and it's covered in the in-goal area. And there's a break by Oldham. And then it's snuffed out. Little grubber kick didn't quite come out. There's no forwards there to prevent it from the play the ball. And this game is flowing back and forth and is extremely entertaining and exciting. Now it's Oldham turning it on. They have an overlap. They're trying to go through. Ford being held. Gregory goes in with Scarrett. Cogger puts in a kick behind the defence. Hampson going back for it on his own 25. Turns it inside to Preston. Preston with a lot of field to move round in. Gets away from Clark. Gets away from another. Then his ankles go from underneath him. Joe Lyde, not seen a lot of Joe, moves it inside. Wigan going through from the play the ball. Dermot gets his pass in. Wigan can they keep it going as Edwards goes through. This is great football. Wigan from behind the play the ball, going for the line. Hanley's going away, streaking, he covers his way. He's still on his feet, gets the ball out. Up to Myers. Myers is forced inside, and Wigan are held just yards short. Wigan moving it wide across the field. There's a big overlap if they can keep it going. Gregory goes down the middle, turns it. Wigan going for the line. They're out. And Wigan are in. Pulse. Joe Lyden underneath the pulse. Well, that would have been set up by Harry Hanley. He drove so hard down that right-hand side of the field. He was proven so elusive and so strong. Managed to get it out to Myers. Myers did his bit. And then Wigan had a tremendous overlap out on this left wing. Gregory decided he'd go back in the middle because Oldham were moving into the Wigan line out. And there was Joe Lyden with 10 minutes of the second half gone. We may not have been in time to see the conversion of Lyden's try, but Joe, right in front of the post, made no mistake about it, and so it's now Wigan 16, Oldham 15. Wigan turning on a tremendous display of good football and playing against 12 men. It should eventually tell, perhaps in the last quarter of an hour. Betts back in the pack, referee right on top of the play the ball, make sure there's no shenanigans. Wigan's strength beginning to tell a little bit at the moment. Gregory so close to the play the ball to set things moving, jumping with it, gets his pass on to Bell. Bell coming hard. He's had a great game today. Fortunately had 10 minutes in the sin bin, but his running has been so incisive. Gregory puts a kick, Edwards is chasing it. It's a good one, it's going to roll it right in the corner flag in the in-goal area, and Edwards should have him. He gets away from Edwards well, just managed to clear his try line. That was good clearing play by Oldham when they were under trouble, and Wigan pinning them down now, trying to drive them back over the try line. Wigan all penalised, a whole lot of them penalised for offside at the play the ball. Bit of relief for Oldham. Stabbed into touch, a few yards outside the 25. Russell onto Fairbank. Fairbank easily put down. Russell again from behind the play the ball. Ford moving it across. Oh, Wigan came in quickly there and bounced round down. Hanley and Platt coming in very well into the attack. Ball going across the field, but very little penetration at the moment from Oldham. They're finding it a little more difficult now to crack the Wigan defence. They turn it back inside, and Wigan snatch them out of the air. Ford doing a switch of direction, a long pass, and Wigan have been found wanting on the far end. There's plenty of cover there as they force the way, and they kept the ball moving from off the floor. Kick behind the defence. Hampson should be the first back. It goes in the in-goal area. Wigan have to kick it dead. Well, it's surprising how suddenly Oldham seem to be bogged down. Suddenly they're away. Lord under a bit of difficulty, and Wigan now going to have to drop out from underneath their own post. Give possession back to Oldham. Lights coming on as this getting into the November, short nights, short days and long nights. It's getting quite dark now over the ground. The lights have come on. Wigan drop out, taken cleanly. Ford getting it moving onto Round, running into the Wigan forwards. Russell moving it across, out onto Duane. Duane's dropped the ball. Ball's come back. Crowd shout for an obstruction as the ball's been dropped again, and if Wigan don't get it, it's sure to be a knock-on. The referee's given the knock-on. Scrum down, a few yards outside the Wigan 25. Midfield, right in the middle. Gregory to feed. Gregory gets it out onto Edwards. Edwards onto Lydon. Lydon dummying. Can't turn it back inside as he's well taken by Clark. Onto Bell. Bell's gaining a lot of ground again. Knocks him flying. Dermot having to crawl all over the oppositions. Edwards had it. Turns it back inside. Wigan now crashing the way forward. And carrying the Oldham pack with him. Crowd love that. Big strong man. Gregory now so sharp off, and he's through as he supports. Gregory's still going. Turns it inside. Wigan going for the line. Inside. Betts has dropped it with the line open. Over in aberration, one feared by Wigan. Dennis Betts couldn't hang on to it after a glorious break by Gregory. Well, it looked all over a try there, and there were so many Wiganers there, it was unbelievable. However, it's Ford to feed the scrum. Ford gets it, and Wigan penalised for breaking too quickly for the scrum, adjudged offside. And a penalty right underneath the post, a few yards out. Set touch, safely found, just on the 25. The lumbering forwards come in. Bell goes in to help his forwards out as Lucas went in with Dermot. And that strong running. Dermot's pulled the ball out, ball's loose. Referee will give a knock-on. Crowd groan, but Dermot had pulled it out of his hand and the ball went forward. And the substitution being made. Martin is coming off and Irving is coming on. And Wigan have brought Marshall onto the wing in place of Preston. And once again Wigan are penalising the scrum. Gregory querying the decision. Wigan giving away a lot of penalties for feet up. Once again, touch has been found. Now we have Marshall on the left wing. Preston gone off. Irving coming on for Martin. Lucas in with Dermot trying to take the ball. Wigan moving up well, moving in quickly. They're right in the Oldham line out. Ball's been knocked down, so it's going to be back to one. Go line once more, couldn't take it. And Wigan have pushed them back a long way, but they're back to the first tattle, 30 yards out. Platt going in with Betts and Skerritt. Irving having a run in the middle. Russell waiting for the play of the ball. Kick behind the Wigan defence. That's the only way they're making any progress this half. Hampson traps it safely and securely, decides he's going to run it and die with it. Line on, going in. Wigan pushing Hampson off so that he doesn't get into bother. Referee's stopping the clock. He's going to have a word with Ford. 10 minutes. Thought he and Hampson were good mates. Well, there's no mates when the score is as close as this, 16-15. And referee signalling they've been holding down as Hampson prepares to put it into touch. And that's a good kick marked 10 yards inside the Oldham half. Dermot, Scarrett with him, Scarrett taking them on. And he's getting mauled a bit. A good tackling, 3 of them went in and hurled him back. Short one to Gregory doing a dummy run to Platt. Ooh, and he'd hear the ooh from the crowd as Platt twisted as he went down. Dermot to Gregory jumping with Betts, and Gregory's through. He has Hanley with him. Sends a long one out onto Myers. Myers is going for the corner, and he's in at the corner. Well, it was that little man Gregory again. How he spots these gaps and how he manufactures them has all the hallmark of genius. There didn't seem to be anything on, and suddenly, with a little shimmy and a little dummy, he cut them absolutely wide open. He had Hanley with him, and I think the Oldham defenders were watching, keeping a close eye on Hanley. But Gregory flung the long ball out to Myers on the wing, and Myers over in the corner to make it now Wigan 20. Oldham 15, exactly halfway through this second half. Well, that was beautifully set up by Andy Gregory. Wigan seeming to get on top at the moment. A nice switch of direction there from the kick-off. Finds touch inside the Wigan half, but one feels that is giving possession to Wigan because it will be Wigan's feed. But Oldham seem to be dormant for so long, and then when they do spark into life, they pose quite a threat to the Wigan defence. Gregory coming round from the Oldham side of the pack, feeds in, it shoots out the Wigan side onto Edwards. Edwards moving it across to Bell. Bell, good breaking down the middle, beautifully tearing through. Wigan now piling on the pressure, driving up to the 25 line. Lucas from behind the play the ball, he's having to go it alone. It wasn't a very tidy play the ball, he had to go back to pick it up. Gregory waiting first pass, very close. They've done a switch to him, and Gregory again going down the middle, goes on his way through, hands it on, the support there, Wigan going for the line, ball can still keep him moving. It must be Red Hart, and Wigan are over! In they go. No more than he deserves. Little Andy Gregory, been in it all the time, making the moves going, and the Wigan power is starting to tell. Now Wigan 24, a try to Andy Gregory. The Wigan forwards and backs are driving right up, and then you can see Oldham visibly wilting. 23 minutes gone. A try to Gregory. Much safer position this now for Wigan. Sampson lifts that ball high, and it's over. A goal to Hampson. Well, after that great try, carved out by Andy Gregory, Hampson taking over the goal kicking. Not an easiest of kick. Banged it over, and once again they tried the ploy, change of direction from the kick-off, and this time taken cleanly by Wigan. Wigan rampant at the moment. Tails up, running at the Oldham defenders with the greatest of delight. Edwards moving it on. And the Oldham pack now finding that these Wigan forwards are a handful. Gregory again waiting to get them going. Betts. Gregory kicks, another of his talents, a long searching ranging kick. That's a naughty one as Myers goes up quickly and just couldn't quite get to his man. Might have been a little bit of obstruction, but Wigan back once more in the Oldham 25, and Oldham have been under a lot of pressure this second half, playing this man short, and it looks as if Wigan are getting ready to bring Gildart on. Gildart going up and down the touchline, waiting to come on as Oldham grovel away out of the 25, and if he could have got it out, there's a big overlap out on this side of the field. Only 2 Wigan players on this wing as they come out, but oh, what a crunching tackle. Could feel that up here. Oldham not giving in as Clark tries to come through. That looked like a forward pass, and the referee says yes, it was. And as it was on the 6th tackle, it's a play the ball. Hanley to Dermot to Lucas onto Hampson onto Edwards moving it across the field, bringing the wingman inside, keeping it going. Good play by Wigan to start now, driving down the middle of the field. Hanley up with the play, waiting for the play the ball. Hanley moving it out, Edwards a short pass and created a gap, and Wigan are through, going for the line. And Hanley's on the inside, but he's going to score on his own. That's Hanley who gets it, and Hanley scores it. Well, this extra man is beginning to tell its tale. But there was nice play in the middle of the field by Edwards, and then Wigan side through, and as ever, ghosting at the side of him was Hanley. And Hanley goes over to make it now. Wigan 30, Oldham 15, and this game rapidly going away from Oldham. There's power in the Wigan forwards, there's speed and guile in the Wigan backs. And it was Skerritt who came off, not Platt. Skerritt has come off, Gildart has come on for Wigan. Hampson, 32. Hampson got his kicking boots on. Well, looks as if Wigan now starting the climb back up the league. They're running right at the moment, and there's very few points between the teams in the top 4 and the bottom 4. Oldham not very far ahead of Wigan in points, but this could make a big difference. Wigan now steaming back into success. Good combination this afternoon between the forwards and the backs. Now Lucas handing it on. Gildart having a run, got his first touch. Dermot moving across onto Lucas. Lucas to Gregory, onto Edwards. Edwards dumbing, changing direction, keeping it moving. Coming on to Betts. Betts decides he's going to have a go at them and gets almost up to the halfway line. Edwards makes a beautiful break. He has Hanley with him, and Edwards and Hanley. Got Mr. Hanley. Hanley going for the line. His pass has been knocked down, and he's not think the ball's loose on the floor. And it's Oldham who have it. And again, it was the Gemini, Catzer and Pollux, the Heavenly Twins. Gregory and Hanley surging through, so close together, almost like Siamese, they were so close together. However, it broke down just yards short of the line, so it's a penalty to Oldham, right on their own try line. Clark gets them out of trouble, almost up to the halfway, up to the 25 line. 30 minutes gone. And Oldham faded out of this game, not in the hunt at the moment, gave us a good first half, but now the power and the strength of the Wigan team taking its toll, and of course it's a great loss to a team when they have to play a man short. It's very, very hard. Wigan coming in quickly, they still manage to keep the ball going, but they're not giving up yet, keep getting attacked down the far wing. That's good running. Almost up to the halfway line. Bit of spark there, came back from Oldham, they're still struggling. Wigan moving into the line out, and there's a big gap. They stride through, tearing in, Hampson comes across and they've knocked on. With a good chance of scoring, they surged down, they had an overlap. Hampson took his man well, put him off passing the ball out to the right. And the pass couldn't be taken by Francis, knocked on, just on the Wigan, just inside the Wigan 25. But Oldham, once again, after being dormant for so long, suddenly sprang to life. And Wigan had to backpedal rapidly. Gregory taking his time, so cool, so calm, feeds. And it's Hanley who's bringing it away. Hanley Dumming still taking them with him. Can't ship it out. Hampson waiting behind the play of the ball. Gregory changing direction, little one onto Hampson. Hampson lobs it across out to the right. There's a gap there and Wigan can get through it, and they're coming very quickly from the wing to smother Wigan. Wigan 5 yards outside their own 25. Bringing it away from the acting half-back, keeping it moving. There's a gap in Wickham, they're through it, Wigan attacking again. Edwards kicks and chases, this should be a good run for the line. Full-back should be there first, and it's kicked dead. Well, Edwards streaked through beautifully there, cut through decisively, put his kick in, and put them under a lot of pressure, and they had to kick dead from inside the field of play. There's the dropout. And that was like an immovable force and an immovable object. I've been taking them on in the pack at the moment. When it gets out to Gregory, there's panic in the ranks, and now he has it, doing his little run around. Gregory's through, he's still going, dancing his way towards the line. They don't know where he is, he's a real will-o'-the-wisp. Comes out, Edwards holding it, Edwards a long pass out to Hampson, Hampson out to the wing to Marshall, and he's in touch, he's just a foot short. The Marshall went in well there for the corner flag, no fear. Flew for the corner, so it will be 4 to feed. 5 yards out. In it goes, packs all over the place, referee wants it in again. Very untidy scrummaging as the pack collapse. Try again, says the referee, out to the 10-yard line. He's going to be a naffy sandwich if he's not careful standing there. Ball goes in, wheels all over the place, Ford bringing it away. Hampson in there, followed by Hanley. Hanley ushering the scrum half across the field. Wigan player in a bit of distress here on this side of the field. Up on his feet and walking. He's breathing, so he'll probably be all right. They're hard, these men. Oldham now spraying it out to the right. Gregory coming in, beautiful low tackle. Knocked down, we'll be back to 1. The referee signalling 5. Oldham running it out, still keeping it moving, put in a very odd kick, not bouncing badly for Marshall, and he can't keep it in. Touch judge signals that he didn't touch it, and that it's Wigan's put in. And Andy Gregory, not surprisingly, nominated as the man of the match. And he fed that beautifully. Shot out the Wigan side. Hampson doing a dummy run, bringing him in the middle. Gray running, looking fit, and well gets the ball out nicely. And Marshall can't take it. Referee gives a knock on. It was a good run that by Joe Lydon. Came in well, and he was moving well. There's been doubts about his knee, but he certainly got a good run there. Ooh, and that was blatant. It shot straight out the scrum, and Gregory's won it, and he can't hang on to it, and it rolls into touch. Well, there's some very untidy scrummage in there. Both scrum halves missed it originally. Ford to feed. And Wigan again penalised before he can put the ball in. Taken quickly out to Clark. Clark moving it across the field. And they're not going anywhere at all. Cogger taking it over the halfway line. Very poor line out from Oldham. They're all one side of the field. They try to come down the middle. Wigan holding them very easily at the moment. Ford turns it back inside. Good run by Furbank. Gains a good 10. Lets the ball go. Wigan have intercepted it. Still struggling, but can't get rid of it. Quickly in there. Took it well. Now Gregory's waiting for the play of the ball. Gregory has it. Long one. Hand to Hanley. Hanley lobs it out onto the wing. To Myers. Myers coming inside. Beats one. Beats. He's still going. Myers beats another. Going down the outside. Turns it inside. Wigan going for the line. And it's an easy one. Well, that was good running by Myers. He set it up well for Hampson. But that was good running by Myers on the wing there. He beat player off the player, and Hampson followed him. Almost on the stroke of time, about 38 minutes of normal time gone. Hampson goes over for another try. There's been a good crowd on here this afternoon for this match. Oldham, although they're up from the second division, have been doing very well indeed. And they brought quite a few spectators with them, and of course there's always the host of Wigan faithful praying that Wigan would get back onto the victory trail, and they've done it in no uncertain terms as Hanson stabs at the ball and over it goes. A conversion to Hanson. Well, 15-10 at half time, 38-15 with a couple of minutes to go. Marshall coming in from the wing, decides he'll have a run, he might as well earn his pay. Dermott doing a switch with Hanley. We're back into the middle. Platt trying to prove he's fit enough to go back into the Great Britain team. He's had a good game this afternoon. Wigan got a little bit of untidiness there, and just into passing, trying the moves. They can risk it with this. And Newton is going on, back on, and Clark limping off. Nicely picked up, was a bad pass. Bit of the fire, further gone out of it now. As Oldham battle away into the Wigan half, and there goes the hooter for full time. With a final score then, Wigan back in favour. Convincing win over Oldham. Wigan 38, Oldham 15. Well, with me after the game are Wigan's former coach and Wigan's present coach, you again. Is it great to be back in Wigan?
Yeah, it certainly is, John. I'd like to thank all the supporters for the the reception at half time. It was very, very good.
They were all very concerned on your health reports. How are you feeling now? Are you getting better?
Yeah, well, I've got a blood clot in my leg, and bits and pieces went through my lungs, through my heart into both my lungs, but it's stable now, and I'm here, and that's the main thing.
And now to this afternoon's game. Are Wigan beginning to climb back? Are we going to be back in the top four shortly? No.
Well, we've got a couple of games in hand, but the pleasing thing about today was the players stuck together. They didn't let the refereeing decisions be they good or bad, upset them, and they stuck together as a team, and we saw some good teamwork towards the end of the game. So we had a good week, and they hung in there, and it was a good result.
A lot of these players are some of your former colleagues as well. How did you think that Wigan performed today?
Well, I think that, with the frustrating first half, I think they probably tried a little bit too much initially, but once they got themselves consolidated, and they relaxed a little bit more in the second half, I just thought, it just showed what a class side they are. They got too much strike power for a side like Oldham.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. It's great to be able to speak to the two greatest coaches in rugby league, both at the same time. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
you know, the day-to-day sort of having to do it as opposed to, you know, just coming and dipping my toe in. So it's nice that Nicky does all the hard bit and I do all the enjoying bit, like socialising the races and watching the work mornings.
I mean, you've invested so much into it, sort of financially and perhaps more importantly, emotionally, that it must be quite difficult to know to what extent to sort of step in and give your own opinion on things.
Yeah, well, I mean, I am reasonably knowledgeable about the sport. I mean, I've been in it for quite a long time now, probably about 10, 12 years I've owned, and the more and more I'm around, the more and more sort of, obviously you pick up, but Nicky always has the say-so, and I always listen to what he says and try to learn even more. It's, as I say, go back to the, you know, being a kid wanting to know about football and, you know, what's the next thing, what cars you'd hero drive and everything else, and I'm always listening to Nicky when he's talking with vets or anything else to try to pick up as much as I can to learn about the sport. So yeah, I have my little opinions and I ask him questions all the time and pick his brains, but at the end of the day he tells me what he thinks is right for the horses, and we go from there.
See the enthusiasm bursting out of Michael Owen. Shame the goals weren't on Monday, Matt.
Away the lads!
It was definitely away the lads by Chelsea on Monday.
Yeah, but John Terry on the line.
Yeah, Michael Owen should have slotted in a few. They didn't ask the key question yet, though, have they? Is he going to be playing next year? More importantly, here now, Sale has got the favouritism and well and truly on the exchanges. 9-4 Sale is now. Sugarmint drifting out to almost touching 3-1. She's 11-4 now. Matt, what's news in the ring?
Well, first run over a mile and a half in 1950. 23 favourites and 55 runnings have won it, including 5 of the last 7. Real gamble on Sale, 11-2 into 9-4, with 5-2 and 11-4 against that Sugarmint, and out to 9-2, touching 5 is Laughter.
Now let's give you the trophy presentation on the Janet and Joseph Healer sponsored Lily Agnes Stakes, and the Cheshire Cheese going by the way of the 3 owners of Doncaster Rover. That's Ian Rayburn, Peter Holling, and also to Steve Boland. Congratulations to them. Terrific start to the meeting, I'm sure you'll agree. Frankie flying dismount, setting the tone for what promises to be a great afternoon. We'll be right back after the break.
Jumeirah Hotels and Resorts are proud sponsors of Channel 4 Racing.
Barney loved his owner. He thought his owner would always love him. Hungry, frightened, and alone, Barney is just one of thousands of animals taken in by the Blue Cross every year because nobody wants them. Will you give just £2 a month to the Blue Cross? Will you help save the life of a homeless animal like Barney? He relies on us now, but we rely on you. £2 a month can help us go on caring day after day until we find just the right home for Barney, however long it takes.
I don't think so. Thank you so much. I'm sorry.
Okay then.
Sorry, we'll look at it.
Okay, bye-bye.
Please help by calling 0800 1 385 615 or visit our website and give £2 a month. We're counting on your support.
I'm on my way to play some bingo. At playsomebingo.co.uk you could be one of 4,000 winners every day. We'll put the win in your bingo window with the #1 community. With over 100 million won so far, you can start winning today. Sign up now at playsomebingo.co.uk.
Will you give just £2 a month to the Blue Cross? Please help by calling 0800 1 385 615. We're counting on your support.
We've got the reversing jet, we've got the forward jets, side-to-side jets, the wings, little man.
Just move it down.
Okay, time's up, folks. Stop clicking.
There we go.
As a teacher, if you think something's interesting, it's up to you to prove it.
What is it? So, marks out of 10.
Maybe 9-8.
Right, who's up next? Tom and Sam.
Turn your talent to teaching. Visit teach.gov.uk.
You all right, Dad? I brought you some leftovers from last night's supper.
Good.
Hello, Jim.
Sue been cooking again? Let's see what we've got here. Shepherd's pie, hot pot, roast beef.
Hi, Mum. Don't worry, I'll share Grandad's dinner.
Wiltshire Farm Foods. Delicious meals to your door.
You've been training for this for years! Why? For amazing food! Yes! What's this? 20 sea bass, 17 lamb, 29 pheasant. I love this promotional work.
The new series of The F Word, Tuesday at 9 on 4.
Jumeirah Hotels and Resorts are proud sponsors of Channel 4 Racing.
Welcome back to day one of the May meeting here at Chester. And we're on now to the second race of the day, the Weatherby's Bank Cheshire Oaks. It's over a mile, 3.5 furlongs. 6 of the 9 runners here are engaged in the Epsom Classic in June. And Jim and Emma give us the latest on them.
Some very well-bred fillies here, headed by Changing Skies, who's not in the Oaks, she's in the Ribblesdale. She's got a lofty lineage to live up to. So far, her 3 runs, form is just only ordinary, but there's plenty of time yet, and she looks better than on her reappearance.
Number 2, Dancing Abbey's a big rangy filly. She's shaped with promise, and a Yarmouth maiden at 2. She's certainly shaped even better when she dotted up at Wolverhampton. It was very easy that day, but obviously this is much more competitive.
And here's another big strapping girl, Laughter, ridden by Ryan Moore. She won her only start last season in very good style. That was a maiden at Leicester, which Sir Michael Stout's used before. She's plenty to prove, but she's clearly well regarded.
And number 4, Queen of Naples, was highly tried last year, was actually placed in a listed race, also had a cut at Group 1 company. She then defied a very short price when defying the odds in a Wolverhampton maiden.
Rio Guru shaped nicely when third in a race at over 7 furlongs on her first start in April. She now has her distance increased significantly. She'll need to improve, but that's possible.
There's absolutely bucket loads of money coming for this sale. 9-4 favourite now. Showed an improvement on her debut when second in a mile and a quarter Leopardstown maiden. That was a month ago. She certainly needs to build on that.
And so too does Silk Affair. She's had 4 races. She is a winner. She's undeniably quite useful, but this is usually a pretty hot affair, and on what we saw from her when she was second at Catterick a few weeks ago, that won't be good enough here.
Sugar Mint sets the standard, rated 104, following some decent 2-year-old form. 4th in the May Hill, a disappointing 6th in the Fillies Mile. Made a winning reappearance at Bath, and that form was franked at Newmarket at the weekend.
Try Me has got a lovely pedigree. She's by Singspiel out of a daughter of Saya Darty, a really good family. But so far, despite the fact that she was second last time on the all-weather, she looks a grade below these. So let's look at Laughter, Emma, at Leicester last season. A race that Sir Michael Stout has used many times before. What did you think of this?
It's very hard to weigh up, isn't it? I think she went off a 4-1 shot this day, and she won quite nicely. It was a 7 furlong maiden at Leicester. The ground was much softer than it is today. And obviously, clearly, judging by her pedigree, she is going to really appreciate it. It's a big step up in trip today, and it should really bring out plenty of improvement. But it's such guesswork, isn't it, sitting here? A 7 furlong maiden to a mile 3 listed race. It's a different kettle of fish.
And as you talking about the track again, factoring it into our programme this afternoon, you saw what you saw there was Leicester, which is a straight track. It climbs for the last 3.5-4 furlongs. Totally different to what she'll be asked to run round today. Really beautiful afternoon. It's not muggy to the extent the horses have got hot. They just look much better than they've done. Let's look at Sugar Mint, who's certainly got the best form. Whether she's the winner of this race remains to be seen. We saw her win at Bath on her reappearance, beating a horse that Max already referred to called Duntulum, who won at the Newmarket Guineas meeting the other day. Emma, at the time, I thought, considering she was odds on, she made pretty heavy weather at
Yeah, very, very workmanlike at the time. She was very short this day, and you can see why beforehand. As I said, she had some quite good form last year. She was 4th behind Spacious in the May Hill. She then disappointed in the Fillies Mile, but here she goes away in the end. But it all looks hard work, doesn't it? You'd expect to have seen something better, but then when you saw what the second did at Newmarket on Saturday, I think it was, you thought, wow. But I think she's got a chance. She's a lovely looking filly, isn't she, in the paddock? We both gave her the thumbs up from the paddock, but it's just tougher. There's a lot of unexposed types here.
Is there money in the ring for her? That's Sugar Mint, Mac?
Easy to back though, Sugarmint Jimbo out to 5-2, has touched 11-4 as the Euros are pouring on this sale. Plenty of Irish people here on the Rudy. Ireland have won this twice, the Yorkshire Oaks, and sailed in for 11-2 this morning, now tight at top of their 9-4, and many bookmakers are showing Bottle 2-1 against Sale, but she's still a 9-4 chance. Laughter's holding up 5-1 into 4-1, 9-1 Dancing Abbey and Queen of Naples, and 14-1 Changing Skies.
Changing Skies.
And I bet those that have laid the 11-2 sail are feeling very uncomfortable now and hoping that it'll drift to bigger in running. It doesn't look good for them now. It's into 9-4, those that have laid 11-2.
Sugarmint, the paddock pick. Rio Guru moved well. Positives for Sale in the betting ring and on the exchanges. They've gone pretty well fancied here. They jump out of the gate for this Weatherby's Bank, Cheshire Oaks, and almost immediately on the turn with Laughter away well. The dark green jacket, the outside, Queen of Naples racing keenly as Dancing Abbey in the red jacket in third place, the inside of Try Me. Sale is out wide in the blue and orange silks of Michael Tabor, followed back in the field by Sugarmint, and up the inside Silk Affair in a noseband, and Rio Guru is held up as they race in front of the stands, just over a circuit in front of them, and Dancing Abbey, who is not very amenable to restraint, now gallops on in the hands of Jamie Spencer. From Queen of Naples in second, Try Me is back in third, then races Laughter in fourth place, Sugarmint, the grey jacket, the inside of Changing Skies. Sale is third last, second last Silk Affair, and the back marker is Rio Guru. About to run down the side of the course next to the viaduct here and inside the 7 furlong marker now, and Dancing Abbey continues to make it from Try Me in second. Maybe the pace has slackened slightly. Queen of Naples back in third, Laughter is fourth from Changing Skies, then Sugarmint, Sale, Silk Affair, and finally Rio Guru, who'd be a good 10 lengths behind the leader. Heading down the back straight as we take the bird's eye view on them, Dancing Abbey continues to make the running here from Try Me in second place, the white jacket, the green of Queen of Naples in third place. These are followed by Laughter towards the inside and passed now by Sugarmint, who's improving. Sale is also getting closer as the field cluster together inside the 4. Silk Affair, Changing Skies and Rio Guru in the pink colours at the back. So about to swing left-handed for home, and still Dancing Abbey leading the way. Try Me is bustled along in second. Queen of Naples on their heels up the inside of Sugarmint, followed by Sale and Laughter, who's now hard at work. Changing Skies is flat to the boards from Silk Affair, and Rio Guru still Dancing Abbey travelling kindly for Spencer from Try Me in second. Sugarmint now unleashing a run. Can Queen of Naples plot a path through? Is forced to travel out and comes to try and chase with Sale, who's now unleashing a run, but Sugarmint has taken over inside the final furlong. Sugarmint reeled back by Sale, and maybe the money is well placed here because Sale is inching into the lead on the near side of Sugarmint as they race to the line, and Sale wins the Cheshire Oaks, maybe with something in hand. Sugarmint in second. Changing Skies got going late, didn't really travel earlier on. Then Queen of Naples and Try Me, Silk Affair, Laughter, Rio Guru, and Dancing Abbey, having led round the turn, was just about last in the end, just showing how things can change up this short straight. Sale has got in front all right in the hands of Johnny Murtagh here. Another important win for Johnny, after, of course, winning the 2,000 guineas at Newmarket last weekend on Henry the Navigator. The previous weekend he won on Duke of Marmalade in the Prix Gannet over in France, and now adds this listed race, the Cheshire Oaks, sponsored by Weatherby's Bank, aboard Sale, and very well supported, this daughter of Sadler's Wells, improving with every start, and it'll be very interesting to see where she goes from here. Got the impression that she won with just a little bit in hand.
The market told you exactly what was going to happen there. Sale 11-2 this morning. They lumped the Euros on, returned a very tight, top of the head, 9-4 favourite. Ireland win it for the third time. Tutaku in 96 and Raquette in 1950. The runner-up and tried so hard that Sugarmint sent off the 5-2 second favourite. Changing Skies was third at 14-1, and that Sale, the 24th favourite in 56 runnings of the Cheshire Oaks, over a mile and a half, the sixth in the last 8 years. of the light shift, time out, and lumping, shadow dancing, and rock along. And you go back to the French filly, Good Earth the second, at 9-4 favourite in 1952, and wins by half a length and a length and 3/4. And female, as you said before the race, the layers, could they have got out on sale in running? She was one from last.
She was one from last, but looking at the exchange, I only saw her at a 30. Tom Lee reports to me that there was plenty of money available at 5-1, but even so, that's not bigger, as you know. Well, no, not bigger than 11-2. Pittance, little bits at 15-2, but no, they were landed well and truly in it. Sailed, just landed it, went to evens with 2 furlongs to go, coming around the final bend, and absolutely dotted up, as you say, Mag. And the 6 out of the last 8 favourites to win, and the 8th out of the last 11 non-Newmarket trained winner of the Cheshire Oaks. Sale was a hideous result for those layers.
Oh, Johnny, the good run continues.
Yes, we thought she was nice, you know, she ran very well at Leopardstown first time out and has come on a lot from her runs, so, you know, she's been working well at home and delighted to see her doing that now. That's what she's been doing at home.
Chester's a tricky old track, and she looked like in the end she won with a bit in hand, did she?
Yeah, the start was a bit messy, you know, it's a bad old start, but I got in behind Michael Hills. I was always following the right one. When he quickened up at the top of the straight, he just got a flat foot for a minute, but when I got her balanced in the straight, fair dues to her, she done it well.
Is she an Epsom horse?
Well, the dream is still alive.
Good luck.
Well, he's a fantastic jockey, Johnny Murtagh, and it's great to see that his new partnership with Aidan O'Brien is working so well. And this filly, who's bred to come into her own over middle distances, has stepped up appreciably each time, Emma. But I must say, when Sugarmint made that move, I thought the race might be hers.
Yeah, there was a little bit stop-starty, wasn't it? The gallop throughout, and I thought here, as you said, when Sugarmint kicked for home, there's not that much further to go. But this winner shows quite a good turn of foot and just idling a little bit Sugarmint in the closing stages, and she carries her head quite high, doesn't she, the eventual winner? But he hasn't had, I know he's given her a few smacks, but he's definitely won with a bit in hand, isn't he, at the post?
She's won narrowly but decisively. Just here, Sugarmint, typical Chester manoeuvre this, has lugged in slightly, bumped the one on his inner, which is Robert Winston on Try Me, who in turn bumps Jamie Spencer's mount, Dancing Abbey. They were beaten anyway, but it didn't help. Here, Michael Hills has got the advantage, but Emma, despite that high head carriage, she's really knuckled down. You couldn't knock a resolution.
Yeah, she has. She was a maiden going into this as well. So, you know, you'd think, as Johnny said, she, clearly judging by the money as well, she's been going well at home and she's improved significantly off the back of that. Whether or not she's up to winning an Oaks, what are your thoughts, Jim?
Well, I think obviously if she's going to win an Oaks like Lightshift did after winning this last year, she's going to find another stone, but I don't know if she'll find that, but she'll improve again.
Yeah.
I must say, looking at the prize money for the first race this afternoon, it's a hot topic. Here's a listed race where a lot of values and a lot of tracks are around 25 grand. You can't do anything but praise Chester. 40,000 quid for a listed race. Certainly at Chester, owners are getting the proper treatment.
And when you have a walk round Chester, before racing out a walk round, they've got endless new restaurants, bars, they cater for everybody, owners and trainers, free lunches. You know, they really put on a show, don't they? And I think they've got all sorts of plans for the next couple of years or so. So it's a place that, well, it's a track that makes a lot of money, so they can afford to plough it back in. But
they are doing.
Yeah, they do a great job.
Bookmaker reaction to Sale winning is quite mixed. Ladbrokes goes 16-1, 14 with Brett Fred and 10-1 with Royal Sport. So generally a mixed reaction from the bookmakers with a wide open vote of Judd Monty Oaks. It's Dare Me has put in the 8-1 favourite with 10-1 against Cape Amber. Kataya's also a 10-1 chance, and Moonstone also put in a 10-1 with 12 and 14 Lush Lashes. 14-1 you can get Kitty Matcham and Gagnoa, and it's 16-1 against Moonstone. And Paddy Power also quite impressed with Sale. They put her in at 10-1. And you fancy Sugarmint to reverse the form. A pony 25-1 against Sugarmint, but only 2 horses have won the Chester Oaks and gone on to win the Oaks at Epsom. Do you think Sale will do it? Top price at the moment 100-6, 16-1 with Ladbrokes, the magic sign.
Well, it's day one here at Chester, and already the fashion stakes are really, really big. Corridwen, you look absolutely fantastic. Tell me about your hat and your dress.
The hat was from John Lewis and the dress was French Connection.
Beautiful. Do you remember the price of the dress?
It was, I think, £120. My husband brought it for me for Christmas as a surprise.
What a lovely surprise. Doesn't he have great taste? Goes without saying. Well, tell me a little bit about the shoes. They're gorgeous.
They're Principles, the shoes.
No, it's not an overly expensive outfit.
not at
How
all,
much?
no.
Give us a kind of a ballpark figure. How much do you think the whole outfit is?
Probably about 250.
It's not bad, is it?
No, that's not, no, because everything can be used again. So, the shoes and the bag.
Do us one little twirl and then you can go and place some bets and enjoy your champagne.
Thank you.
Guys, day one and already we have fashion like this. I'm really looking forward to the next 2 days here at Chester.
The chic and elite, both on and off the track, and here it's Sale who landed a right off-course gamble, and she did so in a time 2:27.92, which isn't fast. You can see that, the record 2:22.65, and sort of in between the slowest light rock along train by Jeff Ragg, Kyle Rhea, a long time ago. And our pictures from the William Hill Casino blimp on a stunning afternoon here at the Rudy. We'll be back in a jiffy.
Jumeirah Hotels and Resorts are proud sponsors of Channel 4 Racing.
Could you sponsor a dog for £1 a week? Welcome to Dogs Trust. I'm Frankie. When I was abandoned, Dogs Trust got me back on my paws, but now they need your help. Visit sponsoradog.org.uk. There are so many dogs who deserve to be loved, like Della here. She's so sweet and trusting, but her owner locked her up and just left her. She can't look people in the eye now. Poor Della. It tore her apart. Dennis had a tough time too. He was taken out one night and just abandoned. Now he's too scared to go out in the dark. They're safe at Dogs Trust because they never put a healthy dog down. Sadly, some dogs never get rehomed. Your help is vital, so please text TRUST to 84118 for your free info pack. In return, your new friend will write and you'll even get a certificate. Please sponsor a dog. It's only £1 a week. Visit sponsoradog.org.uk now and help mend a broken heart. Thank you.
What are you doing?
I am an accident waiting to happen.
Accidents are an unfortunate part of life. But when it's someone else's fault, you shouldn't have to pay. The solicitors at BGR Bloomer will deal with your accident compensation claim efficiently and sensitively. It won't cost you a penny. Call BGR Bloomer today, and our specialist solicitors are ready to work on your claim immediately.
So, you spent the whole morning studying everything. The form, the weight, the draw, the going, the rating, the jockey's weight, the trainer. Hell, even the trainer's weight.
But you're onto a surefire winner with this one.
Open a William Hill telephone betting account today, stake £25 and get a £50 free bet. Just call 0800 8822 66 now.
Jumeirah Hotels and Resorts are proud sponsors of Channel 4 Racing.
The Chester Racecourse is very much in the heart of Chester, and just a few minutes away is this wonderful cathedral, Norman Cathedral. In fact, it's the place where Handel first rehearsed the Messiah, would you believe? The church has stood on this site for over 1,000 years, originally a Saxon minster, then it was rebuilt as a Benedictine abbey. It's a magnificent building, literally, as you can see, just a minute walk from the racetrack. Well, there's all sorts going on in Chester, and the zoo is definitely a feature nearby. And the hippos definitely, and flamingos enjoying the sunshine down at Chester Zoo, and the rhinos as well. Quite a relief to have a bit of sun. And I know somebody else who enjoys wallowing in a bit of mud. And in fact, we've seen in a paper today Mac's very own sibling. Is it a sibling or is it a love child? I'm not entirely sure.
Mac the love child.
Is Mac the love child?
Where'd you get that from, Saucy Pigs? It's my brother, for goodness sake. Isn't he allowed a bit of grub, the old guy? Oh dear, we're going to need sort of things in it. He's got a fatter stomach than I have, so that's a relief. But look how here the sponsors Toadsport are going now. They're going 4-1 each of two. Highland Legacy and Double Banded, and it's 10-1 bar the two. That's Tilt. Greenwich Meantime is 11-1 along with Blackrock, 14-1 Wing Collar, price-wise for the Racing Post, and 16th Century Duty Fair along last year's runner-up, and some Tyler, 20 Shipmaster, Full House, and Nizola. And female on the exchanges. First of all, before that, you've got a bit of a tidbit for us.
I have. Well, at the top of the show, I did mention that 8 of the last Chester Cup winners were all beaten last time out. But here's another way of getting the front two in the betting bee, because we have joint favourites at the moment, Double Banded and Highland Legacy. Well, 8 of the last 10 Chester Cup favourites have been beat, so 2 stats to get them both beat. On the exchanges, Mac Highland Legacy is quite easily the clear favourite. He's almost 7-2, as Double Banded touches out to 9-2. No real other positives other than that. And last year's winner, Greenwich Meantime, he's a drifter as well.
I'll just give you the complete stat. First run over 2.5 miles in 1824. 37 favourites in 171 runnings have won the Toadsport Chester Cup, but they're on their own with that 4-1 Highland Legacy. Generally 7-2 generally.
Right, now then, all sorts of changes going on here at historic Chester, but they do seem to do things with tremendous flair and style, and thought that things fit in for the future. And a new addition to the racecourse here, which has been opened this week, in fact, is an all-year-round restaurant called the 1539 Restaurant. It's high up in the grandstands. If we just pan left a little bit, we'll be able to see the glass window in front of the... Actually, it's in there somewhere. Anyway, Alice has been chatting to Richard Thomas, the Chief Executive at Chester, to find out more.
I'm joined by Richard Thomas, who's the Managing Director here at Chester. Now, you're a genius. You've not only organised the weather, but the facilities, the new facilities here at Chester are second to none. I've never seen anything like this on a racecourse.
No, it's our new restaurant called 1539. It's a restaurant open all year round with a fantastic sort of lounge area at the top. So we're very pleased with it.
Is this a private members club or can anyone come here?
This is limited to 40 people upstairs. There's 170 people downstairs. And those 40 people have got access to the whole of the racecourse plus this fantastic facility.
One of the things I love about Chester is there's the great tradition, as you've said. This restaurant is named after when racing started here, one of the oldest racecourses in the country, in the world probably. But you're always moving forward and it's all about innovation.
Yes, I mean, we're a business which is open 365 days a year, and obviously everything that we do depends on it. And so we've been looking at all the facilities that we've got to offer, and we've just created the new pavilion, which is for owners and trainers on a race day, but also it's the biggest conference facility in Chester.
The view out across the course here is unique.
Yes, we're at the highest point